Good morning students, I am Supnam Kaur. I am going to explain the chapter number 21 of class 10th, trigonometric identities. Now what is trigonometry? Trigonometry deals with only the triangle having the angle of 90 degree, or we can say it deals with only right angle triangle. Now I will first show you the trigonometric identities which are there. There are 6. Now see students, first I have to take the right angle triangle. There should be a straight line. Now it is the angle of 90 degree. Now see students, I will give the name to this triangle like A, B, C. Now the angles are A, B and C. The angle of B is 90 degree. Other two angles are there. One is A and other one is the C. Now if there is given, there are 6. One is sine. Then the second one is cosine, or we can say cos. Third one is tan, tangent. Next one is, we can take cosecant or cosec. Next one is secant or sec, and the last one is cotangent. Now there is sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cotangent along with the angle. If the angle is C along with it, that means we are using this angle, not this one. And two angles on which line, that is called base. 90 degree opposite side is hypotenuse, and this side, that is called perpendicular. Once again, which angle is given with the trigonometric ratio, that is the base. Other line opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse, and the third line is perpendicular. If the angle is given here A, that means the angle is not there, angle is on A point, because with cos there is angle A. Now the base and the perpendicular will change. See it. Now two angles are lying on AB, because angle B is 90 degree, angle A is given with the trigonometric ratio. Now it becomes the base and it becomes the perpendicular. Hypotenuse will not change, because opposite of 90 degree always remains hypotenuse. Now I have to take this like this one. I am taking one angle here. There is C along with C. All the trigonometric ratios with C. If angle is C, it means it becomes base, and it is the perpendicular. Now what is the relation between these three sides with these trigonometric ratios? This sine is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now the perpendicular is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. It may become AB upon AC. Then if I want to take the cos, now cos, that is equals to B upon H. Now which is the base? That is BC, and hypotenuse is AC. Now next one, tan, that will be equals to P upon B. P upon B means, P means perpendicular and B means base. Now which is the perpendicular? That is AB, and which is the base? That is BC. Next one, now there are three reciprocals of these. See student, there is a one relation, that is cofactor. Because if you learn it, you have to remind it. Sine is without cofactor, that means that is not started with CO, but its reciprocal will start with CO. It means sine reciprocal is cosecant, and it will be equals to H upon T. Like same, there started with CO. Now its reciprocal did not start with CO, it will start from S, and it becomes secant, and the cos reciprocal become H upon B. The same as this tan is not started with CO, its reciprocal started with CO. It means it become cotangent, and its reciprocal become B upon T. Once again, sine is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos is equals to base upon hypotenuse, then tan is equals to perpendicular upon base, then the cosecant become hypotenuse because it is the reciprocal. I have to take this value as a reciprocal. H upon T means hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Then the secant is hypotenuse upon base, and cotangent is base upon T. We have to learn these 6, because this whole trigonometry is based on these 6 values. Once again, I am explaining, there is 90 degree, which angle is given. If this angle is given, then it become on which two angles lie, that become the base. 90 degree opposite line is hypotenuse, and the third line become perpendicular. These 6 trigonometry, first we have to learn these one. You already do this in 9th class, but again I am just repeating this to remind you. Please do this one first, draw the diagram, then write down the formulas. Then next formulas which are new for you in 10th class. You see students, there are total 9 formulas, but these 9 formulas are based on only 3. That means I have to learn, or you have to learn only 3 formulas. If we learn 3, then these 3 become 9 formulas. First formula is, that is sine square plus cos square, that will be equals to 1. Now this is first formula. Then the next one is secant square theta, secant square theta minus tan square theta, that is also equals to 1. Now the third one is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. There is only one sign of positive, other with negative. It start from secant, it start from cosecant. Now there are 3 formulas, but it become convert into 9 formulas. How? If I want to take the only sine square, it become 1 minus cos square. If I want to find the value of cos square, then cos square will become 1 minus sine square. It means this one formula now become in convert into 3 Now same as if I want to find the secant square, it will become 1 plus tan square theta, or A. Then next one, if I want to find the value of tan square, then tan is negative. We will take it to that side and 1 come to this side. It means tan square will be equals to 1 minus secant square theta. Then the next one, or you can write it like this one same. If you don't be confused, it is tan square, go to that side, you can write it 1 secant square minus 1. Then the next one, same way, if I want to find the cosecant square, then the cosecant square will be equals to 1 plus cotangent square. Then same as if I want to find cotangent square, it become 1 cosecant square minus. That means I have to learn only these 3 formulas: sine square plus cos square, secant square minus tan square, then the cosecant square minus cot square. Then we have to learn 3. We can write next 9 formulas. Then these 3 formulas in the first exercise, just we have to see if any value is given, we have to see that value and then solve that one, because there is a given right hand side and the left hand side. We have to just prove it. Now see, this first statement is given secant A minus 1 divided by secant A plus 1. This is the given left hand side, and the right hand side is given 1 minus cos A, then 1 plus cos A. Now I have to prove left equals to right or right equals to left. I can take anyone according to me. You can take anyone. Don't take left is necessary or right is necessary. Which one you take as easy, you can take it. Now see, I know that there is a secant and cos have the relation. What is that relation? The cos value, if reciprocal, that become the secant. That means I will take this secant. I am taking the left hand side. This secant become 1 upon cos. Now you say how to it, because if cos is b upon h and the secant is h upon b, it means it will be reciprocal of it. Then minus 1 is there. Again this secant will be reciprocal plus 1. Now what I have to take? I have to take the LCM. If I take the LCM cos A, it become 1 minus cos A. Again there will be reciprocal, and LCM cos A, it become 1 plus cos A. Now see students, 2 fractions are there. We know that the denominator fraction will be reciprocal. That means this cos will be cancelled with cos. Now see what is left, that is 1 minus cos A in denominator 1 plus cos A. Now we can see this value is equals to right hand side. It means I have proved the given value equals to right hand side. And see, If there is given square values, then we will use that three formulas. Otherwise, we will have to use just reciprocals with P upon H, B upon H. One, I am doing the power sum. Now there is a given sum like saying sine raised to power 4 minus cos raised to power 4. Sum number 5 minus, then there is cos raised to power 4. This is the given left hand side and I have to prove it equals to 2 sine square A minus 1. Now see, there is given power 4 and there is given power 2. Now what to do? We have to assume the last identities formulas also. Because there is given 4 power but in answer there is 2 power. That means I will use the identity method. I can write there is given power 4. That means 2 raised to power 2. Again 4 power is there. I can give square raised to power 2. Now it becomes the formula A square minus B square. I can write A plus B, then A minus B. Now remember the first formula, that is sine square plus cos square, that is equals to 1. That means I can apply the value of it, that is now 1. Then multiply by sine square A minus cos square A. Now 1 multiply any value, that becomes the same value. Now I need the answer sine square. This cos is not required. Then what to do? I will write the value of cos square with respect to sine. Now I know this one. From here cos square will be equals to 1 minus sine square. Cos square will be equals to 1 minus sine square. I apply value here. It is sine square minus value, because there is negative sign. I will put the value in the bracket. It becomes 1 minus sine square A. Now I will open it. It becomes sine square minus 1. Now there are two negative. Minus minus become plus. Sine square plus sine square. It becomes 2 sine square minus 1. And this is my right hand side. That means answer. It means just remember that formulas. If I know the formula, I can see the sum and solve that one. One more, I am taking the rationalization. In this rationalization, there is given value 1 minus cos A, 1 plus sum number 40. 4040. These values given and I have to prove it equals to cosecant A minus cot A. Now there is given sign of square root and I have to prove without square root. That means I will rationalize. If the sign of square root is given, I have to rationalize. Now it becomes 1 minus cos A multiply 1 minus cos A. It means 1 minus cos A whole square, and in denominator there is A plus B, A minus B, A square minus B square with square root. Now 1 minus cos of whole square is there. A square minus B square, 1 minus cos square, that will be equals to sin square. Now see students, there is square, but there is a square root. That means these both squares will be cancelled with square root. Now I have 1 minus cos A divided by sin A. I will separate it. 1 upon sin A minus cos A upon sin A. Now I have used identity. 1 upon sin become cosecant and cos upon sin become cotangent. That is my answer. What I have to prove? That means just first write the formulas I have written already 5 times, 5 or 3 times. Just remember it. If you remember that formulas in your mind, then just see the sum. You can see which formula will be applied. If you don't remember that formulas, then you can't do these sums, because just write the formula, see which I have to write, that will take too much time. If I have all the formulas in my mind. That means I just see the sum, which will be square is there, that means I will use the square formulas. If square is not there, that means no need to square use. I have to just use the identities. And one thing more, if the under root is there, that means I have to rationalize it. You can do it. Please students, try to do it. And if you have any doubt, you can give that doubt to me in my comment section, please. Thank you, students.